Hi and welcome to the very first Total Papercrafts how-to video. This month we're going to show you how we've made the burnt rose embellishments on our February double page kit. The Total Papercrafts subscription kits come with one single page and one double page kit together, and we usually have some sort of technique that we include. This month we've made these beautiful burnt roses, we're calling them, which were inspired by a class taught by Claire at one of the Total Papercraft crops last year. And they're just made of layers of fabric, and the fabrics come in the kit. They're all synthetic fabrics, so they burn and produce this beautiful sealed, slightly singed edge, and there's layers of shears, there's dress net, and there's a fine lining fabric, all in tonal colours to match the kit. This is one of the 2 pages that come with this kit. So like I said, you get the dress lining fabric. Let me move this out of the way. You get the organdy and you get the net, and you need to cut a kind of rough 3-inch square. The great thing here is there's no accurate cutting needed. You don't need to cut beautiful perfect circles. Nature very rarely produces perfect circles, so we're going to kind of emulate nature here. So we're just going to cut the corners off, make a rough octagon shape. It really is simple. And then I'd suggest that the first one you try is with this lining fabric, not the very sheer organdy, because this is the easiest one to manipulate. And once you get used to using this, then have a go with the other fabrics. And then you need a tea light. So here's one I lit earlier. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pass your fabric close to, not in the flame, but just close to the flame. And I don't know if you can see what's happening, but the edge of the fabric, the raw cut edge, is just starting to kind of curl and seal, and it's making a beautiful kind of puckered up edge. When you do this around the whole of the outside edge of your piece of fabric, the kind of circle you produce starts to curl in and cup and make a wonderful natural shape. I'd just say, of course, we're using naked flames, so just please be careful. Take anything flammable out of the way while you're doing this. Make sure you tie back loose clothing. Certainly you would need to supervise children if they're going to do this, but it is really, really simple. So, and that's it. Less than a minute and we have one of our layers of petals done. So this would be, for example, the base. On the page we've done 2 large 3-inch circles, and then we've made 3 smaller flowers with a 2-inch circle. But these aren't, again, they're not set in stone. You need to just make a few more layers. So here's again a few more I've made earlier. So more done in the lining and then in the organdy, which is very sheer, beautiful shimmery fabric. And I don't burn the net because it doesn't fray or anything. I just leave the net as it is. It's a bit more difficult to handle with the naked flame. So I've done a circle of net and there's another lining fabric. You stack up 4 or 5. Let me just move that naked flame out of the way. And then you can either put a beautiful jewel brad in the center, or you could sew on a vintage button, or as I've done with mine on the sample page, is I've stitched some silver lined beads in the center. It holds all the layers together, and it also produces this beautiful shimmery center. Can you see? Oh, it's so pretty. So that's a large one. That would be my second large one, and then we have some smaller ones, and I made 3 in total for my page. And in fact, I found this quite addictive. So again, the smaller ones are like 4 or 5 layers, alternating the different types of fabric and stitched with beads in the center. And then when you've made these, they can be added to the page simply with glue dots, or you could use even 3D foam pads if you want some dimension, lifting them off and over other elements on your page. And it really is that simple. I know in the instructions I say these are simple, but I hope you can see now that they really are. They're incredibly easy to make. And I hope you've enjoyed watching and seeing how straightforward these are. And come back again and see us next time, because next month we'll be making ribbon roses, but in a completely new way. Hope to see you then. Take care.